All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to a Sportsbook Review. I'm Peter Lojak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We are doing our preview of the Sunday NBA games, both remotely. Right, Mike Brenner? How you doing over there?
I'm doing fine, buddy. I'm doing fine. Had a good night in the NBA last night. 2-0, so on a 6-0 run. And Pistol Pete, I feel some really good spots for today, which we already filmed that video. But now we're looking at tomorrow's game for Sunday. So how do you feel about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yesterday, I had two winners as well. I had the Clippers with you, and I also had an under the cash. So hopefully we'll be able to get on a nice run here in the playoffs. Let's talk about the Sunday games. The first one, of course, I'm sure the game that everyone is most wondering about, although they're all interesting, is Cleveland and Indiana. How do both of these teams respond from the amazing comeback that Cleveland had last game? My guess is that Indiana finds a way that that they're more likely than not to pull this one out. They're a 3-point dog. I'm also thinking about the first half under, even though, as we know, the series has been a strongly overtrending series so far. But I'm leaning first half under and Indiana plus the points, and I might go official with one or both of those after I hear what you have to say about it, Mike Brenner.
Okay, well, I got to tell you, buddy, that's one game tomorrow. I'm staying off of it. The best bet in that game for me is no bet. And I was thinking, if anything, maybe the under. I don't know, though, Pete. I just don't want to kind of change the strategy. I'm probably going to be sitting down tomorrow and just watching every game. As of right now, I've got no picks for tomorrow.
Oh, really? No picks for the Sunday games?
Yeah, I'm going to hear how you break down. I may jump on one of those totals, but as far as the sides, Pete, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the Clippers might get it done. Let's break it down. Let's get into the first game.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to take well, that is one of the Sunday games, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So are you going to put some plays on the Cleveland game?
I will go official with the first half under 108.5 minus 110. Cleveland, Indiana, despite the fact that it has been an overtrending series. I think that where we are in the series right now, and after what happened in the last game, the first half will be a little bit defense oriented and modest scoring. So I'll make that official under 108.5 minus 110. Then the second game on Sunday is Houston and OKC.
Hey, hold that trigger, Pistol.
You had a winner with Houston, plus 2.5 in their last game, and the game in that game, the game 3 rebounding was even, but OKC outshot Houston pretty significantly from 2 and from 3. So I'm thinking that might close up a little bit in this game. I have a vague lean towards Houston here, vague lean towards the Houston team total over. You have anything to say about this one?
Okay, now this is one. Now, what's the best shop line for Houston right now on the full game?
Well, it's interesting because it was 2 or 2.5 in the last game, and now it's just plus 1. So obviously, the market expects a better performance here from Houston than what we saw in Game 3.
Absolutely. You know what, Pistol Pete? I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to make it official. I'm going to take the full game with Houston once again, and I think they're going to get it done. They have got to get a win there, and they know that. Harden's very familiar with that floor, played in that same arena for a lot of years. Guess what? I'm pulling the trigger. Let's go Houston Rockets full game, Pistol.
All right, you can take. Let's see. We can give you actually plus 2 minus 115 at BetDSI. I'm seeing right now, so we can give you that one plus 2 minus 115. And I would kind of endorse that one. And again, I'm kind of thinking maybe about the Houston team total over. Although again, during the regular season, the 2 games in Oklahoma City were very low scoring. So we might see an unexpectedly low scoring game here. So I'm going to hold off on that one. But I have a lukewarm endorsement for your play on Houston there, plus 2 minus 115. And then Boston, Chicago, man. What to expect from this one? My sense is, based purely on my gut, is that Boston gets another win. I think that Rondo being out for Chicago sort of flipped a little switch in them, and Boston also had a big motivational speech before the last game. There might be a carryover here after the big blowout win in Game 3, and we might see the same thing. I don't think I can take it officially just because of how inconsistent both these teams have been, but I don't know. If I had a lean on this one, definitely be for Boston to get another big win.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even try to talk you off that ledge. And that big speech, all right, that was Isaiah Thomas or Avery Bradley showing some Kevin Garnett film when they won the title. That team came out looking like a different team. But, Pete, I got to tell you, Chicago Bulls looked totally lost without Rondo. They had nobody on that floor that was leading the way. And even Dwayne Wade said, yeah, we are out of sync, and I don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to change. I got a feeling Boston's going to go in there and get that W as well. What's the best shop line for that?
For Boston, it's right now about 2.5. And by the way, I just checked the +2 that I saw was a glitch at SBR odds for Houston. We're going to have to give you a +1.5 -110. Is that okay?
Oh, that's no problem, buddy, because we're not even going to need any of those points. But I'll take it anyway. I'm going to be staying off this Boston game. Okay, yeah, I'm off of that one, buddy. I am off of that game. Something just tells me that you just don't know.
Yeah, and then the next one is the Clippers in Utah, and of course, as we know, Blake Griffin left the other game. He left game 3 with a toe injury, and he didn't return. And what is he going to play in this one in game 4, and what condition he's going to be in? Not exactly sure, but I'm thinking that this might be a similar situation to what we saw in games 1 and 2, where Utah lost Gobert, got a big win in the game where they lost him, but then the next one they clearly were missing him and then lost him. I was thinking about pulling the trigger on Utah here to actually to get a win here and even up the series. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, if Griffin's not going to be playing, I think that's just absolutely a done deal. I think that's a must to jump on Utah, because Gordon Hayward is in his zone. This kid is playing great basketball. But last night, I think, and it was an emotional thing, they felt, they came through without Griffin when he didn't come back. Can they repeat that again if he doesn't play? I don't think so. But as of right now, Pete, they're not letting us know either way if he's going to be on the floor or not. I would probably say, if I was a betting man, oh, hell, wait a minute, I am. I would probably say he's going to be playing, because this is do or die time. This is everything. But again, for me, I'm just going to sit back on that one, but I would probably lean Utah. But now I'm just going to stick with my one play with Houston and keep this momentum going.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that a lot of times in the playoffs, we've seen this a lot of times when like a star player gets like kind of injured and you don't know what condition he's in, and then either they announce that he's playing and you make an assumption that he's going to be banged up. He comes in and has a huge game. We saw that last year with Curry. Remember, with the Warriors, he was like, there were reports that he was banged up, wasn't sure if he was going to play. Then he would play, and you would think like, well, maybe he'll have like an off day, maybe he'll be hobbled, and he would come in and have one of the best games, of the entire playoffs. And we could see the same thing with Griffin here if he does play.
There's no doubt. And that's a really good analogy, and a couple of years ago, it was the same thing. This is years ago, but Paul Pierce was hurt, came in and played anyway, and it made all the difference. You couldn't even tell. So, yeah, buddy, because he's had a really good last part of the season and also a good playoff run so far. So I think Griffin's going to do everything possible to get on that floor. Yeah. But for me, I'll pop a cold beer and watch that one as a fan, Pistol.
All right, I'm going to hold off on it. But so again, we'll be on the Cleveland first half. Cleveland, Indiana first half under, and I guess that's going to be my only pick for Sunday. I'm definitely leaning the Houston team total over and leaning Indiana +3, but that's about it. And what did you give us? You gave us just Houston as one pick?
Yep, Houston and their GEF, and I have no problem with that. I think they're going to get it done again, buddy. The momentum is flowing, and let's keep this thing going. When you coming back from Harlem?
I'll be back on Monday, so I'll be back in the studio on Monday for the Monday NBA playoff games. And as of right now, I guess that's about it. I guess we each have one play on Sunday, and that's it. Sometimes it's good to pull back a little bit if you're not really sure, as opposed to giving a bunch of picks and having losers and then saying to yourself afterwards, why the hell did I give all those picks? Why didn't I just stick with the ones that I really like? So you're going to be on Houston +1.5, and I'm on Cleveland, Indiana under 108.5 on the first half.
Yeah, and that's what you have taught me so well. Hey, don't push it, don't rush it, and don't force it whatsoever. I got some good picks on the board tonight. As we're filming this tonight, we got some good games this afternoon and tonight. I love the Bucks, man. They're going to keep that momentum going. So make sure all you viewers check out the NBA Odds Couple show that's going to be uploaded in the next hour or two for today and tonight's plays. All right, Pistol Pete, let's let our guys know they got to bet responsible, beat that bookie, and build that bank with the Odds Couple at SBR, because we're coming to you, baby.
All right.